Do you guys remember when all the companies decided to embrace social justice as an ideology? Like all the entertainment companies started lecturing about inclusivity and equity and helping the marginalized. Do you guys remember that shit? How the fuck can you be inclusive if your game costs $100? You know what? I think it's time for a rebranding. I think you should hire me. Instead of being a company that's for social justice, I would be a company that's elitist. Like only the rich get to play. And the advertisement would be like this. If you can't buy our game, you're not even worth engaging with. Like if you don't have $100 to buy our game, then you're a leper to society. You're so fucking poor. You're unbelievable. Like no one cares what you have to say. No one gives a shit about your opinions. If you can't even afford to purchase an entertainment product, why are we even having this conversation? We only want to talk with decent people, with normal folk that can actually forward $100 to repay us for the hard work that our developers put in. Like they had to listen to the HR hack for a living. Do you know the trauma that our developers were subjected to under our progressive company? You've no idea. And of course they require a reward. At least $100. At least. And if you want to show that you're not fucking poor, then maybe you should pay the deluxe edition, which is $150. Because you're saving the Western gaming industry. Would you not buy my game if I advertise it as that? But still, like, it's a more honest advertisement, isn't it? I'm not going to go around and say, oh, we're inclusive, and yes, we care about the minorities and the poor while selling a game for $100. So, apparently, this genius idea... By the way, like, how much did Wukong and Stellar Blade cost? Like, did you notice that? Like, it is something mentally wrong with the American gaming industry, isn't it? Like, as time moves on, they keep hiring more people. The product is more shitty with more bugs. It doesn't justify the investment. The stories are worse than the ones that used to exist back in 2016. The characters look like ass. The physics themselves aren't as good. Like, I saw a comparison when it comes to physics between Far Cry 2 and Far Cry 6. It's like, why is Far Cry 2 BTFOing the Far Cry 6 when it comes to physics? Like, everything is shit. And on top of that, the games also cost $100. Like, fuck off with that. What is wrong with you? $100 for a video game. Jesus Christ. And apparently, like, this is the wise idea of a veteran investment analyst. By the way, which was the guy? I think it was like the Unity CEO guy that when he worked at EA, he was suggesting that players should pay microtransactions every time they reload. Like, this is what they're focusing on, right? Like, they're championing social justice and all these leftist policies to the point that if they were to have a right-wing CEO, you'd have walkouts in the company because their employees are so indoctrinated into this shit. But they're, like, championing the ideology of the poor, while at the same time just constantly focusing on how to milk their customers of cash. Anyway, he says that veteran investment analyst has released a gargantuan report about the state of the video gaming in 2025, and some of the presentations look at how the video game industry can possibly grow. Grow? It's in decline. Like, he should release another gargantuan 219-page report on how to stabilize the gaming industry first. How to stop it from hemorrhaging. The only thing that's growing in the video game industry right now are the video games from Asia. Ball mentioned a variety of opportunities, including Gta6, costing as much as $100 when it launches this year. Dude, I'm not buying it. If it's $100, I am unironically not buying it. No, seriously, I know it's GTA, right? But like, would you buy it for $100? Would you buy it for $100? I wouldn't. Especially not in 2025. Like, it's still GTA, but it's 2025. Like, it's GTA in 2025. The last remake that they did with GTA, they had to remove hookers and transgender jokes. Just so you can understand where we're at. right? Like a game about sarcasm and being over the top and being a cheeky little ship. Well, they can't joke about the sacred. And so I have like strong concerns, let's put it this way, about this game. But they said that there is hope that Take-Two price will be $80 or even $100, which could prove to be a turning point for the video game industry. What the fuck? Has the video game industry become communist when I was asleep? Like, are all the developers comrades now and they're sharing the wealth? No, seriously, is this guy retarded? So what does it mean if one company... Like, okay, so you want the company that makes GTA 6 to overcharge their customers to save the industry as a whole? How would that work? Because, like, if the company makes a lot of money, they keep the wealth. Like, they're not going to share it with Ubisoft. They're not going to share it with EA Games. This guy is an investment analyst? What? Let's say, like, can anyone explain to me how this makes sense? So like, if the company manages to make, let's say, $6 trillion due to the economy becoming more shit because of inflation, how are they saving the game industry? Like, it's just going to mean that the company itself is profitable, but Ubisoft, EA, and all the others are doing poorly. Oh my god. Many are naturally wondering if Take-Two might raise prices again after GTA 6's launch, but remains to be seen if it will happen. And listen to this, like another dumb take, right? GTA 5, for example, has sold more than 205 million copies and brings in lots of money from microtransactions. Okay, so basically, you don't really need to be that greedy. Like, you're making money off of microtransactions, you're selling 205 million copies, there is absolutely no reason why you'd want to price it at $100. But they say, well, early predictions said that GTA 6 could sell 40 million copies and earn more than $3 billion in revenue during the first year alone. Well, if the predictions are so good, why do you need to price it at 100? Do they not think that this has like some level of diminishing return? I mean, there may be people that will say $100 is too much for me. And you know, that would be actually a good thing, because if people put up with a $100 price tag, guess what will happen? Other games will also cost $100. So it should also be a matter of principle. Like, I seriously am not going to buy any game in 2025 that costs $100. Some of the other areas that Ball listed of having potential for growth included the further expansion into non-core markets, user-generated content, social game services, the Nintendo Switch 2, other new handheld and devices, AAA mobile gaming app store regulations, new game genres, generative AI, and advertising. I love how he literally listed everything. Like, this is what it means to be an expert. It's like, the following games can have a potential for increase. And then he lists absolutely everything that is a video game, including social game services. How much is this guy paid? Or maybe he is a very smart gentleman, but the press dislikes him and they cherry pick his shit. Because, like, at this level, I can be an expert as well. The games that have a potential for doing well in the next year are, and you list all of them, the books that have the potential of doing good next year are the horror genre, the fantasy genre, the sci-fi, and then you go like and you list everything, you know, comedy, romance, blah, 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 blah. And you're an expert? Wow. Gunnar Games. Gunnar Games have the potential of growing, because they already are. And people are very extremely thirsty since there has been a significant drought. And also, some people want to stick it to Melody back. Not physically, but figuratively, right? Like, every single time I see a mortal busybody telling me what to do, I have like this impulse of doing the exact opposite. And if they're like, they don't like Gunnar Games, like, well, god damn it, now I have to buy them. Now I have to, because why? To balance the cosmos, to balance the universe. Because, like, without people like me, they would have no content to make. And so I'm like Jesus Christ. I die for their sins. I must make something so that they get to be happy. I don't want to take their happiness away. Imagine a world where no one does Gunnar games. Like, what would people like Melanie Mac make videos of? So, therefore, I need to exist. I'm the necessary evil. I do Gunnar games so you guys don't have to. I will take away your sins. But anyway, right, no, seriously, Gunnar games are going to do quite well. The fact that you have mobile games which are very cheap to make, like they're not expensive to produce at all. They don't even have that amazing gameplay. And all they have is like an ushikushi lady running with her tushy while shooting some guns. That's a money printer. There's no doubt about it. So all they have to do is to build on that formula, like add a little bit more content here and there, and yeah. GTA, in my opinion, I think it's going to sell, but I have a feeling it may be a game that's kind of meh. Hopefully I'm wrong, because I actually want GTA to be good, but I have doubts based on the type of people that are employed at these companies. I don't know if they're going to be people capable of doing good shit. And the fact that they're already afraid of tackling certain topics in a game that's about satire, and you can't do the comedy, like, again, extra doubt. I think it will sell, though. I think it will make more money than it costs to produce. However, these types of games also sell based on their predecessors. So people who like GTA 5 will buy GTA 6. The only way it won't sell if it costs $100. Like, if the game actually costs $100, yeah, I don't think it will make a profit. Unless, of course, it then goes on a discount or something. Let me know what you guys think, though, and as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.